Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing an air filter change on the Benelli TRK 502X. But before we do, roll the credits. Okay, so welcome back. Today's going to be a bit of a learning curve for me. I have never actually changed an air filter on this particular bike before. I have had a quick look on YouTube and to be honest it looks pretty straightforward. However, there are a lot of nuts and bolts to remove just to get to the air filter. We've got to basically remove the plastic cover on the tank. We also have to remove the tank itself, and the air filter sits below the petrol tank. So bear with me, I'm learning as I go along. You can learn from my mistakes, so let's get to it. So first of all, the first thing we need to do is remove both seats. So turn the key and remove the rear seat. And then we have two bolts here, 10mm bolts, that we have to remove so that we can take off the main seat. So pretty simple to do. Take those out, slide the seat backwards, job done. Top tip, put the bolts back in, then you won't lose them. Okay, so next thing we need to do, we need to remove 1, 2, 3 bolts there, and we also have bolts here, here, here. I don't know if you can see that, but also in there as well, and the same on the other side. So I will get to work on that now. Okay, just using a simple Allen key just to remove the bolts so that we can get access to the tank, which lies beneath this plastic tank cover. Okay, so after we've moved all the bolts around the side of the engine, which I just pointed out, there are also 2 bolts located just here and here. Again, just Allen screw bolts. Okay, so if you just peel back the plastic side panel, be very careful not to snap it. You can see that there is 1 bolt remaining and it will be the same on the other side. So we'll remove this bolt here and we'll do the same on the other side. Okay, after finally removing these bolts down here, you're now free to move the tank. Now this side casing, if you look here on the side of the tank, there is a little slot, and on the inside of the black fairing there is a little piece of plastic that protrudes out like a catch that fits inside there. So when you come to take the tank off, push the tank forward and out. Don't just pull the tank backwards, otherwise you may snap this. And it's just a matter of carefully pulling the tank cover off. And now we have access to the tank. So to remove the tank now, we need to move these 2 bolts here. And also at the top there are another 2 bolts located at the front. Okay, so we've now removed all the bolts. The tank is loose when we want to move the tank up and back so that we can gain access to the air filter underneath. But first we just need to disconnect the overflow pipe on a little spring washer that I've already removed. So it's just a matter of pulling off the pipe, Make sure you don't lose that spring washer, and then we can move the tank backwards. Let's pull these off here. There we go. Again, make sure we don't lose that spring washer. And then we can move the tank backwards and gain access to the air filter. Okay, so that's the tank removed, and that is all the screws and everything that's holding the top of the airbox on. Just be careful, you have a screw in the middle here. Make sure that you don't lose that and it doesn't fall into the frame. And then inside you can see where the filter is. And we'll take that out, and then we can replace the new filter. Okay, so here we have a new filter. This is a performance filter from K&N. Only fits in one way. Make sure that that's correct. And there we go, and that fits absolutely perfectly. And there we go, and now all it is, it's just a matter of retracing your steps and just fitting everything back together. Okay, so job complete. The bike went back together absolutely perfectly and no problems fitting all the panels. It's a real testament to Benelli and the build quality. All the holes lined up, everything fitted perfect, absolutely no problems putting the bike back together. The air filter I used was a DNA air filter. As you can see, this is the original air filter, quite dirty, and this is the grill that fitted on the top, which holds the foam insert in place. Now, because this air filter is a lot thicker than the original one, you have to leave the grill out. If you keep the grill in, you can't close the top of the airbox. So that's just a little tip for you if you're using one of these DNA filters. I think I got the filter off Amazon, not sure how much it was. I'll put it up on the screen now. How would I rate the job? Well, I wouldn't say it's an easy job to do for a beginner. It's quite fiddly, there's a lot of messing around, all different parts. What I would say is it's most probably an intermediate job. It's not difficult, but it's not easy. The other tip I would give you is definitely drain your fuel tank, or at least have your fuel tank on the empty mark. Mine was half full and it was very heavy to maul around and get out of the frame and put back in the frame. Made it very difficult for myself there. I should have drained the fuel. But other than that, yeah, the job went quite smoothly. All I'd like to say now is, if you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and can I please ask a favour, can you subscribe to the channel? I am trying to get as many subscribers as I can, so that I can use that going into dealers and asking for test rides on bikes. You know, if I've got a fair few subscribers, it's good advertising for them, and they'll be more inclined to give me a test ride on a bike. And that way, the more bikes I get access to, the more videos I can make for you. Well, thank you very much for watching. All I'd like to say is Bike Rider Reviews out.